The video was published on the YouTube channel Two Turnt Tony, a creator known for documenting his wild and over-the-top lifestyle. This time, though, things didn't turn out nearly as fun as expected. The events unfold in the Gulf of Mexico. Tony and his friends are about 6 miles offshore, standing on a large paddleboard in open water. What starts as a lighthearted fishing adventure quickly turns into a dangerous encounter with wildlife.
We are here in the Gulf of Mexico.
6 miles offshore, and we're gonna water ski off a shark. The master of bait.
Sorry.
And these beasts were everywhere. I threw the bait right near one's face. Now we wait.
Very scary.
It's coming near it.
During the shoot, they decide to try water skiing by using a shark for pull. Several sharks are circling nearby, and bait is dropped close to one of them. The camera captures the tense moment as the shark begins to rise toward the surface. From the drone's perspective, the board looks small and exposed against the vast, open water. A woman wearing a shark-themed mask stands on it with a fishing rod, while the bait floats nearby. Seconds later, a large shark takes it and surges forward, knocking her off the board and dragging her through the water.
She would not let go. Had to signal the camera boat for a rescue.
Dude, she held on. Take baby.
This was the most scared I'd ever been during a shoot.
Right over there.
The beast dragged her for almost 100 yards.
Get in the boat. Oh, we still got him. We still got him. No way. Take your rod. Drive the boat.
Ended up bringing a 10-foot sandbar shark.
Despite the danger, she refuses to let go, forcing the crew to signal the support boat for help. According to those involved, it was one of the scariest moments they've ever experienced while filming. The shark dragged her nearly 100 yards, close to a football field in length. Eventually, they managed to land a sandbar shark measuring around 10 feet long. Drone footage clearly shows the speed and force of the encounter. A nearby boat quickly moves in to pull her to safety as the shark continues swimming just below the surface. Although no injuries were reported, the incident highlights just how unpredictable wild animals can be. It also raises a bigger question about where entertainment ends and unnecessary risk begins, even with a full support team close by. Joseph, the creator of the YouTube channel 5050 Fishing, which focuses on fishing content, was out on the Ohio River that day when his line snagged on something unusual.
Wait a minute. No, it's like a stick or something. I thought that was a fish at first. That was weird. Is this a fish? This is feeling weird. What the hell is that? What? What am I looking at right now? Bro. Why does that look like a hand? Did I just snag a f***ing hand? Holy shit. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do right now. They've actually found a body over here before. I just found a bloody hand. There's fish jumping too. It's got like duct tape or something on it. This has gotta be fake. Oh my god, it's heavy too. Like, why the hell is it so heavy? I don't know what to do here. I don't know if I should cut my line. I don't know if I should call somebody. Why is there duct tape on it? I'm hoping this is fake. It is about Halloween. It is about Halloween time. I'm hoping this is fake. Why is this so... Oh, it looks like there's a bone in it. Oh my... This might actually be freaking real. Oh my god. I can see fingernails. I can see freaking fingernails. Is this thing real? I don't even know what to do right now. I just caught a hand. I just caught a freaking hand.
To his shock, the object looked like a severed human hand wrapped in duct tape. Unsure whether it was real, he carefully reeled it in, bracing himself for the worst. The hand appeared disturbingly lifelike, but it was soon revealed to be nothing more than a well-made rubber prop. Relieved, Joseph went back to fishing, knowing the incident would remain one of the strangest and most unforgettable moments of his life. This child found himself in a shocking situation. He was drifting alone in open water, and his rescue can only be described as a miracle.
I know, just calm down,
A man was fishing on the river in Duluth, Minnesota, when he noticed something no one would ever expect to see there.
Are you gonna be able to make it in the shore? You need some help? Okay.
Can you help me with my dad?
Well, your dad's back there, but I'm gonna bring you in the shore, okay?
I wouldn't make it.
I know. Just calm down. Just calm
I
down.
gotta get to my dad.
Calm down.
In front of him was a small boy, alone in the freezing water with no adults nearby. And the most terrifying part, this wasn't the first time. The boy had already been reported missing once before, a search that involved dozens of people, and now once again, he was on the brink of death. The fisherman knew his first priority was to get the boy to safety. He didn't hesitate to risk his own, but at that moment, there was an even greater challenge, keeping the boat from capsizing. If the child had tried to climb in on his own, the boat would have tipped and gone under instantly. The fisherman had to quickly figure out how to reach the shore without sinking himself, the boy, or the boat. He came up with a solution, but pulling it off was far from easy.
How old are you?
I can't remember.
You can't remember? Are you that old? Are you like 101? 102?
I'm young, but I can go up fast.
Yeah, you know, kids do grow up fast.
All the while, the boy, barely keeping his head above water, kept repeating the same words. He was trying to warn his father about the danger, but it seemed the father heard his cries and did nothing. The most disturbing part was the impression that the man knew his son had fallen into the water and still made no attempt to help him.
Hi, do you have any towels on him? His dad left him stranded out in the middle of the river. And he's,
Follow me, sir.
and yeah, and he's saying he's feeling cold. I was just somebody that was fishing, but I want to make sure that he's fine. Then we're going to call 911.
911?
Yeah, we got to make sure you're doing okay so you don't have hypothermia or something like that sitting there.
I don't need 911.
Why don't you want to call 911? Are you scared?
Yes, I don't want to.
It's okay.
The fisherman can be heard on the recording calling out to people on the shore, explaining what was happening. His voice carries both exhaustion and anger. He had just pulled the boy back from the edge of death. But the main question remains, how did a child who had once already been reported missing end up facing death again? And why, once more, was there no one by his side to protect him? On October 15th, 2024, what began as a routine fishing trip took a dark and unexpected turn for Will Kayakero, known for his popular kayak fishing videos. While out on the Salto Grande Reservoir in Sao Paulo, Brazil, with a group of friends, they suddenly noticed a strange odor drifting across the water.
Caramba, agora aquela carniça lá, tem bicho morto aqui, ó. Aqui.
At first, Will assumed it might be a dead capybara, but upon checking, he discovered a human body that still had shoes on. He immediately called the police and stayed at the scene until they arrived. The remains were later removed, and an investigation was launched. Out of respect for the situation, Will refrained from filming the authorities at work, but he later shared what had happened. His account quickly spread online and was picked up by a news outlet the very same day. The identity of the deceased and the circumstances of their death remain unknown. On April 30th, 2019, a disturbing rock fishing video was uploaded to YouTube by Kavi Fishing, one of the platform's more well-known fishing channels. The creators had set out to catch tuna somewhere along the Australian coastline, keeping the exact location undisclosed. At first, it looks like a typical fishing trip: heavy surf, waves crashing against the rocks, and the anglers standing on slick stone ledges trying to land a large fish. But from the very beginning, the conditions seemed dangerously rough. The ocean is clearly unstable.
Oh! After the set, we'll get him, eh? Look out! Look out, this set's huge! Come!
At one point, a massive wave crashes over them, knocking them off their feet and slamming them onto the jagged rocks below. Surprisingly, they manage to get back up and, instead of moving to safer ground, continue fishing. Soon after, another set of waves rolls in, this time even more powerful. The men are thrown against the rocks again. It's clear they've been hurt, yet they still refuse to give up on the tuna.
Here he is, he's in! Just in! Oh my god! Alright, bring him over here.
Choosing to keep going in those conditions feels extremely risky. Eventually, they do manage to land the fish, but the cost is serious. Deep cuts on their arms and legs, visible bleeding, and much of their gear washed out to sea. Later, they describe it as one of the most dangerous experiences of their lives, being tossed around in the water among rocks, losing sight of each other, and feeling completely unsafe. Despite everything, by the end, they try to laugh it off, treating it like just another rough day of fishing. But watching it unfold, it's hard not to realize how close the situation came to ending in tragedy. The video serves as a stark reminder of how dangerous rock fishing can be, especially in heavy surf. In the end, those anglers were incredibly lucky to walk away without fatal consequences. He was fishing from his kayak on one of the tributaries of the Madeira River when a hungry predator suddenly attacked. The alarming footage later appeared on the Tommy Treetop channel. Travel blogger Tommy had been calmly casting his line, hoping for a catch, but instead found himself facing a nightmare he never saw coming.
What the fuck? Fuck you, you fucking cocksucker!
When slowed down, the video clearly shows a massive black caiman exploding out of the water and slamming into the side of his kayak. Its powerful jaws nearly punch through the hull. Fortunately, the reptile misses his hand by mere fractions of a second. Another split second, and Tommy could have been dragged underwater into a life-threatening struggle with the predator. At the last possible moment, he jerks his arm back. Shaken by what just happened, he quickly paddles away, abruptly ending both his fishing trip and his vlog. In May 2022, a YouTuber from the channel The Sky Life decided to film a fishing video in an unusual spot, near the active Phoenix Dam. Warning signs were posted all around, cautioning about danger and forbidding fishing in the water. Officially, 3 loud sirens were supposed to sound before any water release, but he ignored them, thinking the chances of it happening were minimal. At first, everything went great. After a few failed attempts, he started catching large fish one after another, and believed he was about to hook something truly massive and unknown. Then, a loud siren broke the silence. He instantly realized it was a bad sign, and when the second siren followed, he knew the water could start rising at any moment.
I gotta go. Oh. I got 2 more sirens. Uh-oh. I'm almost back.
He ran across the slippery rocks trying to reach safety, just as the warning signs had described. Despite staying calm, he knew disaster could strike within seconds. When he finally reached a safe area, he noticed the third siren never came. It was a false alarm, possibly triggered on purpose to scare him off the restricted zone. The water never rose, but in the rush, he injured his leg. Another danger the signs had warned about. In the end, he admitted he should have listened to the warnings and reminded viewers to respect safety rules and never fish near an active dam. Jay Fishing, the creator of a YouTube channel, was out with his friends enjoying a calm fishing trip on a swampy urban creek not far from the city center. Everything was going as usual, quiet, peaceful, until the sound of police sirens began to grow louder.
For sure on the path. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a dude right there. Let's go. Let's go. He ran, jumped down, ran across and got up on the other side. Yeah. Let's just walk a little.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, a man came sprinting through the creek. He splashed into the water, crossed it in a hurry, and disappeared into the thick brush on the other side.
Are you looking for some guys? Yeah, we are. He just ran this way. We saw him on that water? Yeah, I have video of it. He went down there, ran across the water, and went back up, and he's probably somewhere up in this area. He went that way. Yeah, he went that way. I have video proof of it.
Just seconds later, police cruisers arrived at the scene. Jay didn't hesitate. He showed the officers a video he had quickly recorded, clearly capturing the fleeing suspect. The footage proved useful, and officers immediately headed in the same direction the man had vanished. After a night of heavy rain and thunderstorms, a fishing and outdoor content creator headed to one of his usual fishing spots. Conditions like that are often considered ideal for a good bite, so he was hoping for a productive day on the water. While fishing, he noticed a plastic bag floating nearby and pulled it toward the shore.
Oh my gosh, what is in this? There's a just can't get it up. What is? Oh my god. That is disgusting. What is in that bag? This isn't an emergency, but I did not know who to call. I live in and I was fishing and I hooked a bag and I pulled the bag up and it had some type of bones in it. I don't know if they're animal bones or human bones or if they're fake. I don't know what to do though. I was wondering if you could send an officer out.
Are you there right now or do you want to go home?
I'm there right now.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'll get you over to home.
Okay, thank you.
911, my status of your emergency. Louisville with a transfer. I have a caller. He said he's fishing in Holland Village and saw a bone that has bones.
When he looked inside, he saw objects that appeared to resemble bones. The discovery immediately unsettled him. Unsure whether they were real remains or artificial props, he chose not to inspect the contents any further. Later, he admitted he was deeply shaken by what he saw. Rather than take any chances, he contacted the police to report the suspicious find, making it clear that it was not an emergency, but something that should be checked out. Officers arrived at the scene, examined the bag using proper precautions, and removed it for further investigation.
I just saw bones, so I kind of freaked out. Yes. Hopefully this doesn't snap. Okay, so police officer just left. She's down there. Y'all I saw a bone of some sort, just a couple. I didn't even check to look to see if it was fake, right? I just got up and I almost threw up. My immediate reaction was like, oh my god, it's someone's human bones. And I almost threw up. But in case it was real, I wasn't very interested in checking, but in case it was real, I decided to call 911, made sure to tell them it wasn't an emergency.
The creator later explained that his decision was driven by caution, not panic. There may have been an innocent explanation, but without certainty, he felt it was best to leave the matter in professional hands. The situation raises an interesting question. If you came across something unsettling in a place meant for relaxation and recreation, would you investigate it yourself, or make the call and walk away? On August 27, 2015, near Cape Town, a group of divers set out for a dive at Skipkop Reef. The team included Francois Smuts, Renee Nell, and Eric Fury. Conditions were ideal. Calm seas with only a light swell. Despite poor visibility, the divers decided to check whether the site was diveable. One of the divers descended to a depth of about 62 feet. As he scanned the area, he turned his head and came face to face with a great white shark less than 3 feet away. He reacted instantly, jabbing it with his spear gun. The shark pulled back, but moments later it turned around, dropped its pectoral fins in an aggressive posture, and charged again. The diver fended it off a second time with the spear gun. The shark disappeared, and he immediately began an emergency ascent. His air supply was running low.
White! Pas op voor die white!
When he reached the surface, he realized the shark had followed him upward, an extremely rare behavior. He began shouting to warn the others. Eric surfaced and quickly climbed onto the boat. Francois, however, was still underwater. A few seconds later, he surfaced unharmed, completely unaware of what had just happened.
Spreekt dit weer gezien uit mijn amper geëerd? Yes, ik doe toch weg, waar is hij nou man? Ik heb toch gesteekt toen waar hij van mij af.
Later, he mentioned hearing some kind of noise nearby, possibly the shark. The team decided to leave the area immediately, relocating to a spot roughly 8 miles away. Diving continued, but everyone remained tense for the rest of the day. It was an encounter none of them would ever forget, and one that came dangerously close to ending in tragedy. This man, from the YouTube channel Chezzoid Adventures, is a passionate fisherman who frequently documents his fishing trips on video. He returned once again to the swampy banks of the Yarra River, a spot where he's been trying to catch a Murray cod. The fish weren't biting, so he decided to change spots. But then, something unexpected happened. In his video titled Close Encounter with a Deadly Tiger Snake, nearly bitten, things didn't go as planned.
Snake! Fuck! Where did he go? He's gone, man. There he is. He's underwater. There he is. Tiger.
While moving to a new location, he slipped on the wet grass and nearly fell right onto a tiger snake, the third most venomous snake in Australia. Its venom can kill in under an hour, and in such a remote area, there would have been no chance of getting help in time. It was a genuinely terrifying moment, as he realized just how close he had come to deadly danger. A man and his small dog set out on an adventure to explore the swamps of Florida, but what they encountered was something terrifying. What could have ended in tragedy turned out to be a close call, thanks to a stroke of luck. They were quietly paddling through the water, enjoying the lush greenery around them, when they suddenly felt a strange movement beneath the boat. Without warning, something stirred below.
Oh. Jeez, what the heck was that? Something really big. Whoa, what is that? Oh, there's something else right here. What is that? Wow. What is this? All kinds of wildlife in here today.
It was later revealed that the man and his companion had come face to face with a true swamp monster, a massive alligator measuring nearly 16 feet in length. This wasn't just any alligator, it was a giant, the kind even locals are afraid of.